Leah, good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. Nice to see you again.
Good morning. This is
We need 2 hot. Alright? Let's go! You can't do it alone. You gotta grab
Go get my turn. Drag him in. Thanks. Thank you. I know.
Oh, there you go!
It's American. You can do it.
Come on, man.
Right. Did you get my dad? We'll do it. Whatever you want.
He said no.
We're getting a free can.
That's right.
You can. I'm as ready as you are right now.
Really?
Grab some water, Nicole.
Is it?
Grab some water.
It's like the goofiest thing that's good. It's
Actually, you got you to have it fun.
That's kind of crazy. Nice. What? You can dance. We're gonna get a drug test. It's gonna have to do so.
I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Anokhi, Ben, and their parents and families. My name is Dharma, or Dharma Setu. I'll be the officiant today for the ceremony. And I'll give you a little bit of an introduction about what an Indian wedding is all about in just a few moments. But we want to start the ceremony. The very first part of the ceremony is the arrival of the groom. The groom and his parents have come from their home, their village, and this mandap represents 2 things in an Indian ceremony. One thing it represents is the house of the bride, the home of the bride. So they're coming to the front door, to the threshold, and the groom, everyone should give a nice applause to Ben. Doesn't he look like Prince Charming? He's Prince Charming. There's a little ceremony at the threshold. This is a little called puja, a greeting of the groom out of great respect. They're so happy he's come to marry their daughter, so I'll lead you through that. But that's the first part of the ceremony. They come right up here. There'll be greeting of the groom, and then everyone into the mandap. Again, it represents the home the bride grew up in, and also a sacred space. Bring the groom in. Mister, kind of freshen him up like that. He's been dancing like a wild man for the last half hour or so. Tika. This is a sign of good fortune, that he's been blessed by Lakshmi. Okay, and then you take a little bit of rice, place it there on top. Swasti Swasti Sumangalekesho Mahan Sri Krishna Sveshvesha Dadhatu. Also take a little bit over each of the shoulders for prosperity and good fortune. Okay. I want you to do. Take this here. I want you to, in that direction. You offer that in that direction. Yes. Yep. Okay. Okay. That direction. Here, just throw it. Okay. And one over the top of you. That direction. Okay. There we go. In this direction here. Om Narayana Namah. Om Vasudevaya Namah. Om Sankarshan. Om Pradumnaya Namaha. And then you offer him some refreshment, a nice sweet. Okay. Lets the groom know the mother-in-law is there.
You give my daughter a hard time, that's what she said.
Distracted me.
There you go.
Together, and inside those clay pots are a little bit of cloth and some grains and different things like that. And it represents, of course, the cloth represents clothing and maintenance. And what he's going to do, he's going to take his right foot, he's going to crush this clay pot. Okay, you ready? So I want to give a little bit of introduction as far as Indian wedding. It's known as Vivaha, that's the word in Sanskrit. Traditionally the ceremony is done in Sanskrit. Sanskrit's the ancient language of India, just like Latin and so on. There's many languages that are pretty much not spoken anymore, but all the different wisdom literature of India is written in Sanskrit. It goes back thousands and thousands of years. I performed the ceremony in both Sanskrit and predominantly in English. The reason being, especially all the vows, we want to make sure the bride and groom know what they're promising each other. And all of you, because you're witnessing their promises. So I'll lead everyone through every step of the wedding. Every step is very, very significant. You'll see it reflects what life is about. Some of the steps are very, very light and even humorous, and some are very deep and very grave, and that's how life goes. And I'll lead everyone through them. Now the word Vivaha in Sanskrit, it means that ceremony which will carry the bride and groom for the rest of their life together. And it begins with the bride. Now you watched it, and this Kanya means the bride. Kanya Icha Rupam. It means that the bride during the whole ceremony, she can't keep her eyes off the groom. Now the next person, it says Mata, the mother of the bride. What's Uma thinking about? Mata Icha Dana. I hope this man makes enough money to take care of my daughter. So what's the father? Pitta Icha Vidya. But I hope this man is very cultured and learned and takes care of my daughter. Talks about the rest of us. Lokanam, what's everyone else thinking about at this wedding? Mishtanam, when do we eat? And then when he quieted down, the photographer turned to him and said, what's so funny about that? He said, you silly Americans, you don't understand. You're not going to find true love until after about 20 years of marriage. But it takes some time and some work to go from falling in love to finding true love. So Vivaha means the ceremony which will carry the two of them on that path from falling in love to that point where it's true love. Snapayami, Shotrvastam Samarpayami, Upavitram Samarpayami, Alankaranatam Samarpayami, Dhupamakarapayami. This is the first knot of the ceremony. I'm going to tie this on everyone's wrist, everyone here, and then when Anokhi shows up, this ties everyone, ties the families together, ties the bride and groom together. Sometimes the bride and groom didn't even see each other before the wedding day. It doesn't happen very much anymore. What this represents is that up until this moment, there's always been something keeping the two of them apart, and of course the families are apart. And it represents that until this day the two families are separated, but when this curtain comes down and the ceremony is completed, the two of them, there's nothing in the world keeping them apart, and the two families become one. Okay. Bringing all good things into Ben's life, material, spiritual prosperity, good fortune. So there's a procession with flower girls and so on, but when you see Anokhi come down the aisle, we request everyone to please stand. You can applaud because it means the goddess of fortune has arrived. And she's going to come right up into the mandap, sit in this chair, and then we'll just have a ceremony to pull the curtain down. So the music goes up, and it's time for the procession.
Should bring her? Yeah, બાજુથી આવશો તો દેખાશે ને
સામેથી આવે તો પેલા લોકો પેલી આમ
ઉપર આમાં જવાશે નહીં
ના જાઓ એના ડેડ છે ને ફ્લાવર તો ડેડ ડઝન્ટ વોન્ટ ટુ લીવ ધ ફ્લાવર
ના પણ ઓની ને બોલાવો
પાછી
No, she's got it. She's got it. Slow them down.
ખાલી પેલી દેખાય ને એમની સોનિયા ઓ સોનિયા દેખાય પાડી લો એટલે આ એક બટન દબાવવાનું
Slow, slow. And everyone can applaud also when the curtain comes down. Om Tadinamanam Sarvan Kamana Varundate Om Tadinamanam. Om Tadinamanam Sarvan Kamana Varundate Om. All flowers. You hold this, open your hands. Anokhi. This exchange of garlands is known as Jai Mala. Mala means the flower garlands, and it represents the two of them have chosen each other as lifelong partners. Now, Anokhi, because this is your house, he's come to your house, you'll garland Ben first. So, first you say a few words to him. You say, Dear Ben,
Dear Ben,
with this garland,
I
choose you
choose you
as my partner for life.
as my partner.
You garland him, and you can applaud if you like. Dear Anokhi, with this garland, I choose you
I choose you
as my partner for life.
as my partner for life.
You garland her. You can applaud if you like. Okay, and then the two of you return to your seats. Wilma and Jen, you're going to go around saying behind them, not opening. Go right behind them. Box of Kleenex. Okay, facing each other. Just like that. So into their hands, give this to the two of you. The two of you fill their hands. This is a mixture of rice, flowers, and coin. I'll hold this.
So happy to get that. Ben goes first? Ben?
Yes, yes.
I'm not here.
I promise to always keep your hands down. I promise to always keep your feet down.
warm. I promise to rub your belly in the morning and scratch your head at night. I promise to feed you pizza whenever you want and to make you take vitamins whenever I want. I promise to try to make your life a never-ending season of The Amazing Race with as few U-turns as possible. I promise to always treat you with respect and dignity and to never show ill will in front of our children. I promise to try and be happy as long as you want to be with me. And finally, I promise to say I love you every day.
Applaud if you like.
It's no big secret that you do a lot of great things for me. But I realized that if I could match that level of love and support for you, then we're gonna have a pretty amazing marriage. So my vows today are both a reminder of some of these things that you've done for me during our relationship, as well as my sincere promise that I make to you in front of all of our friends and family. You have this incredible calming way about you that makes it so hard to be in a foul mood. I'm not sure if it's your hugs, your unique jokes, your gorgeous eyes, or all of that. There are days when I've been struggling or frustrated about something, and you simply make everything melt away. I have vivid memories of laughing so hard because you unexpectedly bust out with a Mr. Fantastic Fox imitation. Or you make yet another attempt at your endless quest to find a nickname for me that'll stick. But I honestly am a true believer in the power of your hugs. So my first vow to you today is that I will be as generous with offering you hugs as you have been with me. I will try to add serenity and happiness to your life when you require it. And you know how hard that is for me because between the two of us, I'm the worrywart. Also, I don't know how, but sometimes you make my impossibles come true. Here's one example. Many years ago, we were walking around downtown La Jolla. And we thought some ice cream might be a perfect way to end a perfect date. I was especially excited to introduce you to my all-time favorite flavor, only found at Haagen-Dazs, macadamia nut brittle. To my dismay, we found out that they had discontinued that flavor in North America. Now, most people would not have understood how devastated I was, but you figured out the gravity of the situation. Well, maybe my tearful outburst in the middle of the sidewalk was a little clue. But I will never forget the day that you called me over and presented me with Benjamin's homemade macadamia nut brittle ice cream. So my second vow to you is that I will always do whatever's in my power to make sure that you never deprived of your favorites in this world. Though I may not always succeed, I will try to block sadness from you. And I will always let you tap into your natural playfulness. One day, after a very long day of being cooped up at home all day, we decided to finally get outside and go for a run. In fact, we went out to our favorite fields, the very one where you proposed to me and that we are now being married on. I remember you saying to me, "See how much happier I am when you get me outside and we get to run around? Promise me that you'll try to get me outdoors more." I'm like the puppy you always wanted. First off, it's true. You do get this extra life sucked back into you when you get out onto a field, whether it's for ultimate frisbee, body rock, or a basketball court. But I remember thinking, this is going to be the easiest promise for me to keep. I promise you that I will make sure we have a reason to be outdoors and enjoy this beautiful world, whether it's under the sun, fluffiest clouds, or the moon. I'll find us a reason to be outdoors together. I feel so lucky that you always listen to my ideas, regardless of whether you agree with them. You always hear me out. That's a type of respect that's hard to find even when you have it. And it's hard to keep. I really hope that I do that for you already. But my most important and final vow to you today is that I will always strive to be that person you can share your ideas with. And I'll be that person who will listen to you. I make these vows to you because you are the love of my life. And I want to be your partner as we do fantastic things in this life, in this world.
Good fortune,
For good fortune,
I hold your hand.
I hold your hand.
May you live a long life at my side.
May you live a long life at my side.
You are gentle-eyed,
You are gentle-eyed,
good-minded,
good-minded,
kind-hearted,
kind-hearted,
and beautiful.
and
Become the mother of loving children,
become the mother of loving children,
dear to the Lord,
dear to the Lord,
bringing the highest happiness to everyone.
bringing the highest happiness to everyone.
Bring good fortune to our home.
Bring good fortune to our homes.
Become the well-wisher of our families.
Become the well-wisher of our families.
Okay. A little water on the knot. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Bhajanti Suraya Jiva Chakshatatam. Two of you, just a little water, rinse your hands together. You rinse your hands. There you go. Stone, it's a message, and every married man knows this or should know it, that in the house the woman has all the power. Next part of the ceremony is called Mongol Pharaoh. The bride, she's going to cup her hands, and we're going to place some puffed rice into her hand 4 times, and she's going to offer that into the fire. And these are all, I'll chant the Sanskrit, these are prayers asking the Supreme Lord, she's praying to God that may Ben live a long, long life, and giver means the more you expect of Ben. So we have more, we have a big bag and bag. Okay. Now, would you like to say anything to Ben about any words to him?
Welcome to the family.
Cup your hands. I'd like to say a few words to Ben. You have an assistant. Okay. Would you like to say any words to Ben? Now they're going to go around those 3 times, and when they stop before the bride leads, I'll explain. There's a very special part of when the bride goes around the Now they're getting ready for the 4th time around. Okay, holding hands. Now you watch. They're going to go around the fire the last time, and as they come around, there's a competition to see who sits down first, and it says whoever sits down first will have the upper hand in the marriage. So, there we go. Place your bets. There it is. Go, Anokhi. Om Ekamishe Vishnu Twinatu. Please take the first step to learn how to share the responsibilities of your home and life equally. Together you place your toes there. You can put yours on top of his if you like. Yeah. There you go. Om Dvayoje Vishnu Twinatu. Please take the second step to learn how to fill your hearts with strength and courage to meet whatever life brings. Om Trinibrataya Vishnu Twinatu. Please take the third step to have respect, to trust each other, to live in harmony. Om Chatvari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnu Twinatu. Please take the 4th step to acquire knowledge and wisdom throughout your lives. Om Pancha Prajabhyam Vishnu Twinan 2. Please take the 5th step to be blessed with healthy and loving children. Om Shadrashaya Poshaya Vishnu Twinan 2. Please take the 6th step to cherish and support each other in health, sickness, joy, and sorrow. Om Sapta Saptabhyo Hotrabhyo Vishnu Twinan 2. And this is the 7th step. Many consider this the most important. Please take the 7th step to remain as lifelong partners and best friends. You can applaud if you like. So the wife is always on the left, and why is that? It's because it's closest to his heart, and the left side is considered to be the sensitive side of the male. Okay. So, Anokhi, you're going to feed Ben first. So you say to him, my dear Ben,
My dear Ben,
with this sweet,
with this sweet,
I bind your mind and heart.
I bind your mind and heart.
What is in your heart,
What is in your heart,
please give that to me.
please give that to me.
What is in my heart,
What is in my heart,
I gladly give to you.
I gladly give to you.
And you feed him. And you can applaud if you like. See, my dear Anokhi,
My dear Anokhi,
with this sweet,
with this sweet,
I bind your mind and heart.
I bind your mind and heart.
What is in your heart,
What is in your heart,
please give that to me.
please give that to me.
What is in my heart,
And what is in my heart,
I gladly give to you.
gladly.
Kritashadara Shunavaji Kastam Vindamunabi Pindanmana. And speaking to your bride, you say, dear Anokhi,
Dear Anokhi,
I'm giving you this Mangala Sutra.
I'm giving you this Mangala Sutra.
It's a symbol
It's a symbol
that you are my bride
that you are my bride
and the love of my life.
and the love of my life.
Place it around her neck and rose if she needs help. Navigate. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Gurudhaja Mangalam Bunirikaksham Mangalam Yuto no Harihi. Come on just on this side and come up on the stage on this side one at a time, and they're going to whisper in Anokhi's ear some advice how to be happy as a married woman. The music can go up a little bit, some good advice music. Blessing, and then they're going to go to the parents will stand and they'll get blessings from the parents. First we'll go to your parents and then you'll come to her parents. And I don't know if you want to go down, there's anyone in the audience. Blessing.
Join us in crying. There you go. About They come in. Get it. That's okay. I really like them now. They're really short. Yeah, really like powerful. Cool. Quite good. So hard to get.
For the camera. For the camera.
Good job, Ben.
That's it.
बस आशीष भाई लग
You survived. He said,
I did it.
कोई लगी आशीष भाई लगे तमने लगी सब हां लगी ऐसा करी
Big.
Yeah, just right there on the tray. Okay. And now you're standing right in the middle. No, just as you are, standing right in the middle. Okay, this part of the ceremony is a vidai. Vidai is very simple. Vidai means when the bride, she's saying goodbye to the house she grew up in. Okay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The thing we have to do is get their shoes. I see the bride's shoes here.
What a lot of money.
What is it worth? 20 right
You know, the cousins or girls on the bride's side, they will take the groom's shoes. And what they do is they want to test the groom and see how generous he is. That is a nice. Before he pays anything, he wants to see the shoes.
I do.
He wants to make sure you're the one to
How
have
do you
it.
need?
You have to show the shoes.
we'll try one shoe
One
Okay.
shoe.
One shoe. Show him the
I
shoe.
see.
Okay.
Hey, where are my friends? They gotta come help me out.
Your friends, good God.
What happened there?
It's an opportunity for them to show how generous and kind he is, but you shouldn't take advantage.
advantage at all.
That's what's so proud of you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Together, music will go up, conch will sound, very, very slowly it will go down. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure, it's an honor to pronounce Ben and Anokhi as husband and wife for the very first time. Yay! Stroll down the aisle, music goes up, shower in the
Tira.